What's happening, fellas? Crazy Brit here, and we're back with some more GTTCC action from the MRC boys. We're still with the Elite guys, and this is race 2 of round 3 from Maggy East. So we'll quickly go through the grid, it's a reverse grid of the previous race, and then we'll get the action underway. So, Big Kev lines up on pole position with the Ferrari. Surfer is in second in a Citroen. Scott is in third with a Citroen. Then we have Busby Boy in the Genesis. Shortsky is in a Citroen in fifth. Then we have Fast JMS in a Honda in sixth. T50 Gary in seventh in a Genesis. Then we have Dimpy Limpy lined up in eighth with the Honda. Infinity James rolls up in ninth in the Citroen with Boggy in 10th in a Citroen. And then Buzz Scotty Boy in last place in a Citroen. So we'll get these guys underway and see if they can make it through turn one. Okay, 5 lights. There's lights out and it's away we go as we head down to first turn. Let's see if we can make it all through cleanly. It's a very tricky corner here. 2 corners. You go through the left, then the right hairpin, now through the left again. Surfer makes it up into first then. Looks like they get away all through cleanly as they use the runoff area there. It is allowed. Yes, it's not strictly track limits for those keen eye among you, with the white line being there, but the GT game allows the runoff area there to be used as part of the track, so it is deemed safe to use. So Surfer Ev up into first end, Big Kevin second, Scott all over his back end in that Citroen. Then we got Shortsky in fourth in the Citroen, Busby in fifth. Then we got Garrett who's been hounded by everybody else. Infinity James right behind him as we head down now to the hairpin at the back end of the circuit. This is going to be an interesting area to watch here as we've got Skyver on the inside then. We're going too wide through the corner. Infinity James just getting past Garrett. What a lovely overtake that was. Didn't know how I head down the main straight. There's going to be a hectic race as we barrel into the first turn. No incidents as I can see as of the minute. Scotty Boy there inside of Dimpy Limpy as he now come through the next couple of corners. First couple of laps will be hectic before they all spread out. Oh, getting some grumble kicked up there. There's Dimpy on the inside then, he's going for the attack into multi-lane corner of variable different lines you can take up at the front. You see there Gary just still defending that 8th place from Dimpy. Right behind him Scotty Boy in 10th, Fast JMS down to 11th. He's had a scrappy start there, so back up to the front. Surfer is trying to run away with the race at the minute. Big Kev there still in second from Scott in third. Shorts is catching up to these two now. Round the hairpin we go, he's in fourth. Then we got James in fifth, trying to break away from the rest of the pack. Busby Boy is still holding firm in sixth position. Then we have Boggett in seventh, trying to make headway from the back of the pack. There's Dimpy Limpy on his inside. On Garrett. Can he get the position done? He does. Gets the dive. Now we go around the hairpin. There's Scotty Boy just behind. A little bit of touch of the grass there from Garrett. See Dimpy Limpy come around the left-hander there. Scotty Boy looking for a dive there. Can he make it stick? No, he doesn't. Decides to back out of it. do apologise for the god-awful cameras that GT has provided on this circuit. Not really good viewing angles for the race, but you know, let's go on. We've got to work with. So Dimpy limping now, trying to mount an attack on Busby Boy. We're going too wide through the S's. Gets it stuck. Very nice driving from Dimpy there. On the inside, no touching, no leaning. Very good job there. So we'll just see any action we can see for the remainder of the field. Oh, it's a late send by Gary. Oh, and there's contact with Busby Boy. Let's see what happened to Busby. Was there contact from Gary, or did he just get it wrong? So you can see Dimpy Limpy just ahead. Let's see behind us, Gary. No contact from there. No, he just gets on the curb, bounces on the curb. Yep. The Genesis did not like. The suspension was crying. So Busby Boy, unfortunately, down to 11th down to that. So back up to the top. We've got a Surfer in first. Scott now up in second. Short Ski in third. Big Kev down to fourth. Infinity James now in fifth. Oh, Big Kev. Oh, getting all manner of sorts of wrong there. Unfortunate for him. Just gets on the grass. That's going to drop him down even further then. So Infinity James now in fourth with Bugger right behind him. Dimpy there in sixth. Then we got Big Kev in seventh. Unfortunate bit of a couple of corners for him. That Ferrari not liking the laggy maggy. But right behind we've got Scotty Boy and Gary. Gary now trying to mount an attack on Scotty Boy after his little mistake in the hairpin. Got to be careful on that braking. I've driven the Genesis. Sometimes it does feel like a tank, but it's got the power to stay otherwise. With four-wheel drive as well. So behind it is Fast MS in 10th and Busby Boy in 11th. Back up to the front then. Surfer Ev still leading the way. Scott right behind him in second. Short Ski there in third, followed by Bugger and Infinity James. Dimpy's right behind these two. I would say Dimpy in the first race had a nice little battle with James. Couldn't quite capitalise though. Lost out to James in the end. But we'll see what happens for round two. You see them using that outside line on the runoff area beautifully. When everything calms down, we will look through the field once again and check everyone else's everyone's liveries out as they now come through the S's there. Now up the hill we gotta go. Watch out for that orange curve on the inside there as we head up the hill. Now down towards the hairpin. Great opportunity, overtaking opportunity there. So watch the sends and the dives. Just look in the background, the guys coming out the last corner. Careful of that grass. So, Jesus, these cameras are awful at the minute. So we're going to wind back and see how James got the overtake done on Short Ski. Short Ski looks like him probably had a penalty. There he is. So James gets an easy overtake then. Up into fourth he goes. A little bit of a touch on the back end there. You see Short Ski right behind him as we go through the little hairpin there. Now through the left-hander. Now into the right-hander. Short Ski really close to the back end of James again. Runoff area is being used. Short Ski using all the available track surface. Shortsky trying to sniff for an opportunity there to overtake James, but it doesn't appear. Oh, he's got Dimpy all over the back of him now. So he's got to be careful. He can't attack anymore. He's got to defend. That's going to slow him down. That's going to give Infinity James a little rest from the onslaught there. As we now head up the hill, over the crest, down to the hairpin. Very nicely done from the guys so far. Top three, no change. We got Surfer, then Scott, then Boggart. As you can see, Scott is catching Surfer though. That gap has come down considerably. Yep, the Citroen is the OP car at the minute for the second race. We'll give a little rules recap. So in these races, in race 1 it's FF or FR cars only. In race 2 it's MR or 4-wheel drive. Just a little mix up from the chain, just a little change to the rules, giving it a little mix up to the racing, which I quite like. It gives people a chance to use other cars that they may have not used if the rules were different. And Scott gets it a little bit wide there, gets it squarely coming through the S's. Very nice save from him there. So we'll go through the field then. Bogger there in third, licking his lips after he's seen Scott just do what he did. A similar tyre wear from these two guys. So there's Infinity James in fourth. Dimpy is in fifth now, having got rid of Shortsky, and Scotty Boy is right behind him though. This could be dangerous for Dimpy. Scotty Boy is fast, obviously, winning the first race. Dimpy has got to show his speed and pace here now. So see how this develops as he gets a purple sector time, Dimpy. There's Shortsky in 7th after losing out. Garrett in 8th, followed by Flash JMS in 9th. We've got Big Kev in 10th, trying to go on the attack in that Ferrari. And then Busby Boy down in 11th. But we'll come back up here. We've not really seen much of Flash JMS and Big Kev at the minute in this race. So we'll see if anything mounts to this little battle they're having. It looks like there's a gap forming. And yeah, Kev's got dirty tyres. I know, no, he goes for another spin. I've cursed him. Commentator's curse. The Irishman not having a grand day today. So, just like in race 1, he's having an awful time of it. Oh, we'll see if he can pick up the pace in the remainder, just over 15 minutes. But back up to the front with the other Irishman, Charity Tree. Surfer Ev still leading the way. Bogger's got past Scott. Let's see if we can rewind and see when that happened. Oh, right, we're here. So we just come out the wide apex corner, gets on the inside for the next corner's S's. Not sure if there was any contact there, whether just Scott just ran out wide. Oh, Bogger gets the position there, moves up into second. The reason I say I'm not sure, because we couldn't see because of the cameras. But Scott is going to surely try and get in the slipstream and get the overtake done past him again. See if we can keep this battle alive. So Infinity James down 4th, and further on back, 5th position is Scotty Boy. So Scotty Boy got past Dimpy then. see if Dimpy Limpy can come back past him. Just coming through. Down the hill we go towards the tricky corner. Downhill, you're going to use a wide line, ideally. Not even close to the apex of the corner, and then you're powering out up the hill past the east end pit lane. Very small track there, pit lane, often used for the smaller engine cars or go-karts. So Scotty Boy then now heading down to the hairpin. Dimpy Limpy right behind him. No sign of a late lunge or overtake yet. So we'll continue going down the field then. Shotsky there in 7th. He's trying to catch up to these two with the battle. There's Gary in 8th. Then we've got JMS in 9th. Busby Boy in 10th. Trying to come back after his early instead. Oh, we got Kevin the wall again. Kev is not going to be happy with the Ferrari engineers with this rate. The car is not looking, feeling great at the minute. Come on, Kev, have a word with him, mate. Need to get you back up to top winning form. So we'll go back up to the front. So Surfer now coming under increasing pressure from the cars behind of Bogger and Scott. He's had the luxury of first position, but now that gap's coming down. Got to keep them under wraps. I don't know why, but his livery reminds me of the tree ball mints that you could get. Well, you can still get, but there's something about it with the white and the dark blue. Let me know if it gives you off the same vibes, but yeah, good memories from childhood tree ball mints. But there's Boggett in 2nd. Oh, Scott goes wide then, so Scott's not going to be a problem because there's James in 3rd. So costly mistake from Scott. Must have got his braking wrong into the first turn there. But that's going to release the pressure on Boggett and Surfer for the minute. You see Surfer going wide there. Using the track available. Heavy defense from Surfer Rev. Oh, little bit of contact there. Calm down, boys. Boggett trying to force his way through there. Heavy defense from Surfer. He's not going to let this lightly. Putting his elbows out as we go through the S's. Boggett there again with heavy attack. Surfer is going to defend this one heavily as we go down the straight, down to the hairpin. There's James in the background. Surfer still having first position now. This battle is going to let the others as well catch up. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th, all under a very large blanket. I wish we'd have that replay camera. Surfer then still defending into the first turn, and it's getting very, very tight with these guys now. Boggett in the inside. Oh, there's contact. Oh! No. Let's see what happened here then. So Surfer Ev in 1st, then we've got Boggett on 2nd. He goes for the inside line there. Oh, gets a little bit squirrely, a little bit of contact. And there's Surfer into the wall, unfortunately. So from 1st all the way down to 8th. Yep, that incident will definitely might be looked at from the stewards, but it's up to the stewards to decide if that incident is reported. back up to the front then. So James into first, capitalises on his mate's disaster of a race. And I think Bogger's waited for Surfer, so good job from him for waiting, but it's ruined two people's races, you know, from that little mistake there. Obviously no malice in that, just lost the rear end corrected, and yep, there was contact. That's what happens with close racing, unfortunately. But back up to the front then with James and Scott. So James has a crack at first position now as we're heading towards the 20-minute mark. There's Scott in second, followed by Scotty Boy in third. Then we have Dimpy in fourth. This is his chance at a podium now. Then we have Shortsky now there in fifth. Top five for him at the minute. Gary in sixth, followed by Surfer now into seventh. Bogger in eighth. And we've gone a little bit earlier as well with Fast JMS and Busby Boy. Bogger now getting onto the grass. He's riled up after the mistake. He's going to have to try and take it cautious. Settle the car down. So Fast JMS, can he hold off Busby Boy in that Genesis four-wheel drive car? Now into the evening, the afternoon sun beaming down on the track. Look like this battle might have fizzled out for the minute, but we might get some more as we head towards the end of the race. For the last 10 minutes approaching. So, we've just cut to Big Kev. Ours is in the wall again. I do apologise, Kev. Having a torrid time of it at the minute. But he's going to get some TV coverage whether he likes it or not. So, that's a lovely dent you've got on the front end of your car there. Oh, couple of dents there. Look at the front left. I think it goes very nicely with those stripes on the bonnet there. And the MLC sticker on the front and the rear of the car. But we'll give him enough TV time there now. So back up to the front then. James still leading the way. Lovely livery and lines on that car. And he is racing for LG and Help the Heroes. Decide what LG stands for among you. All I know it's life's good. There's Scott then coming under for heavy fire from Dimpy and Scotty Boy. I do want to rewind because we've had some action between Dimpy and Scotty. Let's see what happens. So Dimpy's right behind. I think Scotty got on the gravel there. I think I saw. So that's going to slow him up for this couple of corners. Dimpy on the inside, down the hairpin, is going to go for a lunge. Very nice attacking from Dimpy there. Catches Scotty Boy off guard. As we're now under a blanket, as we head down at the main straight, these three, we're going to have to see what happens in turn one. Dimpy gets both of them now up into second. Lovely bit of driving from Dimpy there. And there's Shortsky in the back. Just come up to these guys after they've been battling. Scotty Boy then losing out to that position, now down to fourth. So Dimpy heads this little pack here in second, then Scott in third and right behind him. Scott in fourth. There's Shortsky in fifth as we head now through the tricky corner. Down the hill, then up the hill. Now heading towards the S's. Infinity James there, all on his own. Scott is looking feisty though. Scotty on Scott. Trying to get away past him. He's going to defend heavily as we head down to the hairpin. Very nice bit of defending there. Scott's through on the inside though. Does Scotty boy switch back? Can't quite get there, but Sharks is right there. It's going to be too wide as we go down the straight. Scotty boy just making him use the outside line there as we now head through turn 1 down into turn 2. So nice bit of defending from Scotty boy. Oh, Scott gets on the grass and so does Shortsky. Sorry, just had to have a drink there. So Dimpy still in second. Scott still defending from Scotty Bybridge there on the inside as we come now down the corner. Through the corner at the bottom of the hill. Now up the hill we go. Past the lovely pit complex there. Through the S's. Oh, Scott's all manner of sideways there. Lovely bit of driving there to save that. I thought it was surely going to lose it then. Very nice save indeed. But it's not the first time. And he's actually pulling a little bit of a gap to Scotty boy. Oh, Sharksky's in the grass in the wall. That's unfortunate for him. He was showing promise in this latter stage of the race. And we got more people on the grass behind with Surfer and Bogger. Now coming through turn 1 to start lap 17. Now through the hairpin. Scott still showing, his tyres are wearing her very much. That's why he's sideways all the show. So, gotta calm them tyres down or they're gonna continue to chew. There's Dimpy on these tyres as well, pretty worn at this point. Pretty much all the field. So, Shotsky there 5th. Gary in 6th still. Surfer now in 7th. Bogger's caught him back up. Let's see what happens between these two now. It was a battle for 1st, now it's a battle for 7th. Fast JMS there in 9th with Busby Boy in 10th. And there's Big Kev with a penalty. And he's going to go in the pits and get some fresh tyres. Or he's going to pull in and have a chat with his engineers. Either or. Unfortunate race for him. Hopefully he does well next week. So, Infinity James in 1st position. Coming through down to turn 1. Number 27. Now through the hairpin. I'd love to do an on-board with him, but it doesn't look like this battle has fizzled out yet. Scott then back into 2nd, so let's see what happened there. So it looks like Dimpy Limpy might have had a little... Did he have a moment, or has it just caught up? So we're back down here. I think he just closed the gap up. Doesn't look like Dimpy's had a little bit of an issue somewhere. Yeah, they've just caught up to him. Obviously, they're all on worn tyres at this point, so... Oh, Dimpy, a little bit of tyre squeal there. So, Scott all over the back end of him. As we now head up through the S's, up the hill. This is where Dimpy's got to defend. Especially for Scott. Is not scared to do a lunge into the hairpin. A little bit of a contact door bang there from Scotty Boy, but it's all good. Hard racing. A little bit of a flash of the lights from Scotty Boy. As we now head through turn 1. Then to the right of turn 2. Scott there in the second. Dimpy just following him in third as we head now down the straight. Down to the bottom at the corner at the bottom of the hill. Now heading back up. Dimpy, can he keep on to this podium position? Can he catch up to Scott to get that second place back? We are keeping a keen eye on this little battle in the middle. Scott goes wide on the grass. That's surely going to give Dimpy the place now. Yep, there goes through Dimpy then. Scott's now got to defend from a Scotty Boy. Is this going to spell for disaster? Oh, Scott is in the wall. Yep, I knew that was going to be disaster right there. He had dirty tyres. Just couldn't hold on to the brakes. And into the wall he goes, but we've got a battle brewing here as well, because Scotty Boy now is on the back of Dimpy. As we come through the first turn, now through the second, is Scotty Boy going to try and get the inside? He doesn't, but he's right on his rear bumper. Hotting up now into the last couple of minutes of the race. He goes for an inside dive on him. But Dimpy's right there, close racing. Can he get back past him? Down the hill we go. Use that wide line to get the inside. Oh, Scotty Boy defends that move there. Closes them off, but there's Shortsky right behind as well in fourth. A little bit of a grass touch there from Shortsky as we head through the S's up the hill. There's only a few laps to go. Has Dimpy got too much tyre wear on those tyres? He has, because look at Scotty Boy's tyres. I think Scotty Boy is going to clinch second. There's Scott behind as well, these two catching up, but Shortsky is now attacking Dimpy, and he's got past him on the straight. Yep, Dimpy's going to start struggling now on those tyres. I tell you what though, he's had a cracking little race in the race 2. Being up at the front the entire race. Up into second, and if he finishes in fourth or third, he can be proud of himself of a cracking race. A good result up at the front. He's one of the new fast up newcomers to the MRC, and so far he's made an impression. Same as Shortsky. He's relatively new. Seen him in MRC now for about half a year now, and he's impressed as well. Obviously running the GT3 last year, and the Infinity Series as well. Scotty Boy as well, relatively new to MRC. Same with Boggart. They've made names and impressions as also. Nice to see some new faces as well as the old ones, as we got James in first, leading the way still. I hear tyre squeals behind. Everyone's still okay though. Second is Scotty Boy, Shortsky third, Dimpy in fourth. As we head on to the last lap now. Scott there in fifth. Gary in 6th position. We've got 7th is Surfer, still defending from Boggett in 8th. Tightly contested position this. This is there on the inside. You just see Big Kev in the background. Oh, Bogger loses it. Just a little bit of touch of the grass there. Loses that, the back end of the car, and is going to lose the position to Fast JMS. So Busby Boy there in 10th, might even lose another position here. Busby Boy is going to give him a little whirl here. There's a lean on each other as they come through the corners. Mr. Craig coming through now up the hill. And we've got a yellow flag. Who's crashed? Oh, must be Kev. Kev standing a little off. But we're going to rewind. And we're going to rewind further as James comes through the last corner. He's going to take race 2 victory here. Cracking job from him. Takes the win there. Scotty Boy in 2nd. Shortskate comes on last step of podium 3rd. Then we got Dimpy in 4th. Scott in 5th. Gary's going to come home in 6th. 7th. 7th's going to bring him home. Could have been a win, but unfortunate for him. This is what happens in racing. Fast JMS in 8th. Then Bogger's going to come home to finish in 9th, just defending from Busby Boy. And then we'll give the rest of the TV time to Big Kev, had an absolute dismal race for him again. But hopefully he's had a little bit of a word with his engineers and going to be on top form for next race. So that's going to be it, guys. Until next time, I've been a Crazy Brett. Goodbye.